From the stories shaping Indians abroad to the realities shocking immigrant community. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Skyline with Dhriti Yatri. Tonight, America is once again talking about Indians, specifically an Indian origin name making headlines, but for all the wrong reasons. US Immigration and Custom Enforcement (ICE) has arrested an Indian national identified as Rinkesh Kumar Patel, and that too in connection with a major theft conspiracy case in Tennessee. According to the authorities, this was not any small local crime. Officials claim that this particular case involved tens of thousands of dollars in stolen money and links to a larger fraud network. IC says Patel was convicted of conspiracy to commit larceny in Bradley County, Tennessee. According to the agency, more than $60,000. It was all stolen. Well, Patel reportedly received a 6-year sentence, although officials say that the sentence was later suspended after he served less than a year. IC then took custody of him directly from the county jail, and they also confirmed that he would now face removal proceeding. But you know what? This particular story, it becomes even more dramatic when older reports connected to the crime are examined. Investigators earlier claimed that the victim may have lost more than $250,000 through Bitcoin transfers and cash collection scheme. Authorities suspected that this particular operation, it was connected to a much wider fraud network targeting vulnerable individuals through financial manipulation and cryptocurrency scam. Patel, who is reportedly from Gujarat, India, he was allegedly caught while attempting to collect additional money from that particular victim. And tonight, this particular case is once again sparking debate across America about immigration, fraud network, and the growing numbers of financial scam. Here, investigators, they are involved in international operations just because of an Indian. Now, let's hop on to the second story tonight. While one Indian origin man, he is being arrested in Tennessee, another story is creating fear inside the Indian community in Texas itself. And this one, it feels straight out of a crime thriller. Ladies and gentlemen, a very mysterious gang targeting Indian homes has reportedly become active in Houston. But what makes this story deeply disturbing is this. The thieves appear to be targeting gold specifically, not phones, not laptops, not any expensive electronics, just gold. In fact, one Indian student, originally from Ahmedabad, that's in India, revealed that nearly $12,000 worth of gold was stolen from her apartment in Houston. She had recently married in America, and the jewelry gifted during her wedding, it was reportedly stored very safely inside a bag at home. But when she returned one evening, the closet door, it was open and the gold, it had vanished. And you know what? Then came the shocking discovery. Within days, residents, they reportedly learned that 7 homes in the same area, they had been robbed. 6 out of these 7 homes belonged to Indians. 1 belonged to Chinese resident, by the way, and that pattern, it immediately raised a lot of suspicion because investigators and residents, they now believe that this gang, it carefully studies its target from right before the striking. Reports claim that the thieves, they almost target ground floor apartments and homes where women live alone, or maybe where men, they are not regularly present. In fact, in one case, a Nepali resident reportedly stepped out to Walmart for just 1 hour, and the thieves, they allegedly escaped with $7,500 in cash and gold. In fact, another family reportedly lost about 100 grams of gold jewelry. And you know what is making the residents even more furious is the alleged lack of response. Yes, victims say that there were no proper security system, no CCTV cameras, and a very little urgency shown during investigations. In fact, some residents claim police did not even properly inspect the crime scene after the robberies. So tonight, fear is definitely spreading across Indian communities in Texas because many immigrants now feel that they are being specifically watched and targeted just because of their cultural reality. Indian families often keep large amount of gold jewelry at home, and maybe they think that's their fault. Now, let me take you straight to Silicon Valley, where another Indian origin name is dominating the global headlines. Siobhan Zilis, former OpenAI board member, in fact, tech executive, venture capitalist, and now one of the most talked about people in Elon Musk's growing legal battle with OpenAI. Well, it is not just an AI lawsuit that is making the news here, it is her deeply personal testimony. During testimony inside a federal courtroom in California, Zilis reportedly revealed explosive details about her relationship with Elon Musk. Well, she told the court that Musk had offered to donate sperm after she expressed concern about her personal health and desire to become a mother. According to her testimony, she accepted the offer. Can you imagine? And suddenly, what started as a corporate AI battle transformed into one of the most personal and bizarre courtroom revelations in Silicon Valley history. Zilis, by the way, also testified that Musk had been encouraging people around him to have more children. She admitted that while they had once dated briefly years earlier, well, they were not in any formal relationship at that point of time. She decided to have children with him. Today, the two reportedly share 4 children together, but behind the personal drama lies an even bigger battle. While the courtroom fight is really about OpenAI's future, Elon Musk has accused OpenAI leadership of betraying the company's original non-profit vision by moving aggressively towards profit-focused AI development. Court documents reportedly reveal that Mr. Musk, he once demanded greater control over OpenAI and even proposed merging it into Tesla. But OpenAI's leadership, including Sam Altman and others, they resisted those demands. That conflict, it eventually pushed Musk out. And now, years later, Silicon Valley's biggest AI war is exploding publicly in the courtrooms. Ladies and gentlemen, not just these three. Another Indian origin name is now making headlines inside the American justice system, this time in New Jersey. Well, an Indian national identified as Dhananjay Singh has reportedly been sentenced to 41 months in prison after the US authorities accused him of running a massive fraud operation involving fake mobile phone insurance claim. And according to investigators, the scam, it caused losses exceeding $10 million. Well, officials say that the operation ran for nearly 6 years. Prosecutors claim Singh and his associates used fake and stolen identities to file false claims for lost, stolen, or damaged mobile devices. Well, replacement phones obtained through those particular claims, they were then allegedly sold through international resale network. And the scale, it shocked the investigators and the entire United States. Millions of dollars lost, fake identities used repeatedly, cross-border operations, resale networks moving products internationally. That's how big this was. The case is once again raising concerns in America about international fraud ring, identity theft operation, and organized telecom scams connected across multiple countries. Well, Singh has now reportedly been ordered to serve prison time, complete supervised release, and pay restitution for financial losses caused by the operation. And once again, another Indian origin headline. It is sparking difficult conversation across immigrant communities about reputation, crime, and the growing visibility of fraud investigations involving South Asian networks abroad. But perhaps the most emotional story tonight, it's not about arrest or fraud. It's about fear, silent fear. The kind thousands of Indian professionals in America now live with every single day. An Indian tech worker recently described his life in a very haunting sentence. I don't think in months anymore. I just count how many days are left. Now, that particular sentence perfectly captures the emotional crisis now spreading across America's H-1B visa community. The engineer moved to America back in 2018, completed a master's degree, secured an H-1B visa, bought a home in Texas, and even started the green card process. The American dream, it appeared stable. Then suddenly, layoffs happened. His project ended. Well, the company cut jobs, and overnight, everything changed for him. Because for Indians on H-1B visas, layoffs do not just mean unemployment. They trigger a countdown for them. Basically, a 60-day countdown. Well, that is all many workers get to find another sponsor or risk losing legal status entirely. And now this engineer spends all his days desperately applying for jobs, checking immigration forums, talking to the lawyers, and trying to sell his house before time runs out. And yes, sadly, he is not alone here. A recent analyst reportedly documented more than 227 cases involving Indian tech workers between 2017 and 2025, with work pressure, visa uncertainty, and financial stress reportedly emerging as common themes. Well, these people are no more. In fact, another Indian origin biomedical engineer revealed that companies now avoid sponsorship altogether. Even students with legal work authorization under STEM OPT, they are increasingly being rejected simply because companies fear future immigration paperwork. And tonight, thousands of Indian professionals, and that too across the United States, they are quietly asking themselves just one terrifying question. Can one layoff destroy everything that I built? Now, let me take you straight to the New York City, where two Indian origin landlords are at the center of one of the biggest housing crackdowns in recent American history. New York City's mayor, Mr. Zoran Mamdani, has announced a record-breaking $31 million penalty against Bronx landlord Karan Singh and Raj Mati Parswat. Officials described it as one of the largest judgments ever secured by New York's Department of Housing Preservation and Development. And let me tell you, the allegations, they are extremely serious. City officials accuse the landlords of allowing horrific living conditions to continue for years inside two major Bronx apartment complexes. In fact, reports describe severe rat infestation, broken elevators, long period without heat or hot water, and more than 1,000 housing violations across nearly 500 units. Residents reportedly spent years complaining about unsafe conditions while the landlords, they allegedly continued profiting from the building. Following lawsuits and investigations, the city has now frozen hundreds of thousands of dollars from personal bank accounts connected to the landlords, while bringing in new management teams to repair the entire properties. Well, their mayor, Mr. Mamdani, described the whole condition as inhumane and declared that New Yorkers, they are not disposable. But you know what? This particular case, it has also triggered backlash online. Some critics argue that Indian origin names, they are being publicly highlighted too aggressively in political narratives. Others argue that crackdown was absolutely necessary because tenants had suffered for years now. So, this particular debate, it continues about housing rights, about immigration reputation, about any political message and accountability inside one of America's most expensive city, the New York City. Now here comes the last, perhaps the biggest truth that is connecting all these stories together. The Indian diaspora today is larger, richer and more powerful globally than ever before. Indians are CEOs. They are engineers, politicians, doctors, tech founders, investors, scientists. But at the exact same time, Indians abroad are also increasingly appearing inside stories involving immigration pressure, layoffs, fraud investigations, political controversies, housing scandals, and rising community that is there in the US. And this creates a deeply complicated reality today because the modern immigrant story, it is no longer simple. It is not just success anymore. It is not just struggle anymore. It is pressure, it is competition, it is fear, it is opportunity, it is isolation, visibility, and sometimes intense scrutiny. From Texas robbery targeting Indian homes to H-1B workers fearing deportation after layoffs to billion-dollar AI war involving Indian origin executives, the global Indian story is becoming more emotionally intense and politically visible than ever before. And perhaps the biggest challenge for Indians abroad today, it is not simply achieving the success. It is surviving the pressure that comes with visibility in the world, becoming more unstable, competitive, and polarized every single year. Well, from the stories shaping the global Indian community to the realities changing lives abroad, this is Skyline with Riddhi Atri.